Then sit back and witness the story of Christmas. A wealth of a saga where a new couple's faith was tested and proven. How grace, when coupled with mercy and prophecy fulfilled, could save all mankind, restoring God's will. Imagine, if you will, a scene from long ago, as our Father in heaven scanned the earth below. He found one girl, worthy to perform a special task. Now he needed a messenger. He knew which angel to ask.
Dear God, as you look down at us from the sky, please continue to bless us, my family and I. And Joseph, the man whom you sent before me, for these things I'll forever thank and adore thee.
Then Mary arose and prepared for her rest, convinced that the Most High had heard her request. As her weary eyelids began to descend, she thought of her family, she thought of her friends. She thought of the wedding, knowing God would guide her. She didn't even notice the visitor beside her. "Mary, we're done," said a voice in the night. Mary quickly sat up as panic took flight. "Do not be afraid, for I have a message to share," the voice said as Mary's heart still filled with fear.
Who are you? I'm Mary, the one whom you seek.
She knew from her aura her guest was unique. "I've been sent from heaven to the Lord your God."
You're an angel?
Mary exclaimed. The angel smiled with a nod. "The message is of the Messiah. I'm aware that you know him. I've been sent to inform you that you have been chosen to give birth to him, who will save all mankind from greatest to least. So Mary, so humble, so pure, undefiled, you'll be blessed in the Spirit with this special child." With that, the angel vanished like a vapor of steam, leaving Mary to wonder.
Was this all a dream?
As she settled alone, she sensed something was different. A change in her body, the work of the Spirit, the life that she knew would change along with it. Then she drifted to sleep, ending all thoughts of the visit. The message from heaven. She knew from her womb what the world would be given. We find her with friends, expressing her joy in knowing the Savior would be her baby boy.
What will Joseph say? He's still just a man.
I'll just help him see that this is part of God's plan. And then he'll embrace it, and he'll understand how now I am carrying the Son of Man. My only concern now is what I should share, this news of salvation and the man-child I bear. I'm sure he'll be pleased to know that we'll play a part of the prophecy we hold so dear to our hearts.
Listen to these few words and not from your lines.
That's absurd. He's a good man. Just let me remind you.
Well, there's no need to wait now. He's standing behind you.
What does he speak of? Your being, child? For your sake, I hope it's more human gone wild. And I heard you've been talking to spirits. This is not his course now. I don't.
Twas an angel who told me I would conceive our Savior. Please tell me that you too believe. I'm a simple girl, descended from the line of David. Part of the path to the Savior. I never thought I'd help pave it.
Save it! Silly girl! You just ruined my name! Let's end this real quiet. It's caused so much shame. And the feelings I have, I will base them with faith. And take with it all thoughts of this mess that you made.
Don't cast me away. This was not my doing. You treat me as if it was my intention to ruin.
Name of my family, the tribe we descend from.
It was all part of the plan as the prophets did mention.
If word gets around, you know who the mercy. Now your fate's in his hands. What can I do? I'm torn, I'm conflicted. But now we are through.
What Joseph didn't know was he too would be told of the promise of Mary. He too would behold the Son of the Most High and of his blessed birth, and he too would witness his arrival on earth.
Joseph.
Who said that? Thought I heard someone call. My mind's playing tricks on me. It was no one at all.
Come close, young carpenter. Do not fear. Don't put away the maiden. Her purpose is not clear. What she told you was the truth. It was the message that I gave her. For she will be the vessel that will bring the world a Savior.
So Joseph returned to Mary's house to tell her that she was wrong. The angel had helped him to see the light. The wedding would go on. That is, if she would have him back. His lack of faith had upset him. But he knew that she was very special ever since the day he met her. Now to see that she was the chosen one, this fact was confirmation that they were to complete the plan for a grand wedding celebration. And what a wedding that be, a maiden and a crown, was very few could ever imagine. And what a wedding that would be, a maiden and a craftsman, but very few could even imagine the next thing that would happen.
Taxation, taxation. How did this come to be? Rome must take me for granted now. How did this come to be? Don't they keep all these Jews in line? They don't make a peep. But now my city's overcrowded and I can't get any sleep? I'll deal with this one more week and then, who am I kidding? Caesar will give me more orders and I'll gladly do his bidding. I got my throne because of my obedience to Rome. So dare I challenge Caesar's will and jeopardize my throne?
Your Majesty, there are some men of stature at your gate. They really wish to see you now.
I'm busy. Let them wait.
I see you're quite, involved now. I'm sorry to disturb you. It's just they have many gifts. I think they wish to serve you. They said they're looking for the king. That's why they come so far. They even said their journey here was guided by a star. But I'll let them know you're occupied and send them on their way.
Nonsense. How could you be so rude? Let's let them have their say.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Then let me bring them up.
Be very swift.
With that, the servant hurried off.
And don't forget the gifts.
Then three men entered Herod's chamber, dressed in royal attire. Then three men entered Herod's chamber, dressed in the Orient's finest. The short one was the first to speak.
Well, where is he, Your Highness? Where is the king the star announces from heaven's high?
We've traveled many miles. Many gifts will be well supplied.
I'm flattered, really. You're far too kind. And please excuse me if I skip the formalities. Pray tell, what did you bring me?
These gifts we bring are not for you. You're not the king we see. The star points to a royal birth, the king of which we're speaking.
Enough! Go. There's no need for me to say much more. Go and bring him back to me, so I too can adore the This infant that the heavens now declare is worthy of all the praises in the presence that you bear.
Well, it seems as if there's no baby here and no royal birth expected. We thought we'd find him here, but I guess we stand corrected.
I can't let this infant be found by those clowns. All this nonsense can pose a threat to my crown. I thought I would reign forever, but now it seems that maybe I can face a great danger, led by a baby. A baby.
So while they sat tending their flocks through the night, a grand host of angels, in piercing bright light, declared to the world, to the shepherds that heard, a new king was born, as foretold in the word. So Joseph, Mary, and their unborn son set out for the province where Joseph came from. So arduous their journey, and so great was the distance, but Mary humbly followed, offering little resistance. Her condition was fragile, her discomfort was great. They would soon arrive, and she could hardly wait.
I think it's time. I can't go much further now. Any place will do.
I will take care of it. The very next establishment, I pray they will receive us. Since God has given us his son, I know he'll never leave us.
Then Joseph said a silent prayer with a silent determination. He led them to the very next inn and prayed for Mary's patience. When Joseph knocked, a man came out, pointing to a sign.
No vacancy.
But Joseph grabbed the old man's arm and pointed to his bride. When the innkeeper saw Mary, he knew Joseph would not be denied.
I really wish to help my friends. I would if I were able. But if it's an emergency, you're welcome to disable.
Joseph's anger rose within him. He could barely find his voice. But when he looked back at his wife, he knew he had no choice.
We'll take it for tonight. We'll just need some blankets and some water.
I'll bring them out immediately. May God bless your sacrifice.
Thanks.
Since the wise men came, Herod knew that he had no one to blame but himself, for he had let them go, the seeds of discontent to sow. For if the Hebrew people found that their king was born right in this town, then they might come for his crown. He had to fix his own mistake.
I have a situation which warrants your involvement.
I know I can handle your problem.
Just solve it.
I heard they have gifts for the one they seek, and I was wondering if maybe,
They're all yours to keep.
Oh, thank you. King, may you live forever. Those 3 wise men you have trusted may have thought that they were clever, but they will be captured within a day. For to leave our fair city, they must pass this way.
Listen, you must be discreet. You only report to me. I'm the only one you report to. Because if you should fail, and they get away, every single male baby in Judea will pay.
With that, Herod's military command began, a campaign to locate the blessed Son of Man. Many years would pass before we would all learn that an angel had told the wise men never to return. And with the birth of the king, and the star oh so bright, and the worship of shepherds of 3 foreign kings, did they know the grace, the salvation he'd bring? As the prophets declared in their testaments of old, a wonderful counselor would reign, they foretold. Even from a slavery, you'd witness his glory. Santa Claus is a myth. This is the real Christmas story. So what will you think? So what will you think throughout this blessed season? If you're asked why we celebrate, what would be your reason? You've witnessed God's love and the greatest gift ever, the birth of the King, who will reign forever.